Hi, my name is Valerie and welcome back to today's In the Kitchen. Today's episode we're going to show you how to make Shanghai-style wonton soup, which is a recipe that my family has been cooking for I don't know how long. In the summertime in the eastern part of China near Shanghai, people eat a lot of wonton soups because they are great for the weather. This recipe, I want to mention that it's different from the Hong Kong style wonton soup that has noodles in them. It's a different dish and I hope you enjoy. This is Chinese celery. I'm going to cut the bottom of it, discard. And we're not going to use any of the leaves actually. I know it's wasteful, but they don't contribute much. Now, next step, we're going to start making the filling. First, you want to add the water, ginger scallion water in the mix. And loosen up the ground pork a little bit. Make sure you use like a wide mixing bowl because that will make mixing a lot easier. Now add the egg, a whole egg. This will act as a binding agent that helps ingredients to come together. Once the pork started to look a little tasty, you can now add the seasoning. A little MSG. And some kosher salt. And we're going to add a bit of soy sauce. I know it's kind of a lot of salt adding into the filling, but because it's wontons, it's not dumplings, you only got one chance to season your ingredients. It's probably going to be okay if you add a little bit more. And just a tiny bit of oyster sauce. And give it another mix. And see, they're forming really strong bonds. You have to really force it. Now, let's add in the celery. Okay, now let's give it a mix. And I'm gonna just use my hand. I think this is more efficient. Now the fillings formed. See, they're very nicely combined. This is how it looks like when it's ready to be folded into dumplings. The next step, we're going to start folding the dumplings. It's actually super simple. And here we have the folds, the wrappers ready to go. I got some of both water to help me stick the parts together. Here's the filling, and I prepared a half sheet pan for the finished products. See, I dusted the half sheet pan with flour, and you can also line it with parchment paper if you want, just to make sure nothing sticks to the bottom. Let's get started. I'm going to take one piece on the wrapper, and I'm going to scoop, put the filling in the middle, shape them into a nice little bowl, and then you're going to grab the two ends, try to let them meet with each other, and now you have a little pillow. See, that's a cute little pillow with one side of it is open with the two edges the other side is not open, it's folded. You see the folds is right here. And now the sides not open is facing yourself. And you're gonna use your 2 index fingers, grab the 2 folds and try to let them meet up with each other while the edges started forming into an outer jacket, like that. And now your left hand will be holding on to where they meet, the 2 edges, the 2 folds meet up with each other, and use a little bit water and try to make it close. And there you go, it's a pretty dumpling. Now we're going to start assembling the soup base. We're going to start with dried seaweed. Just throw them in. And shrimp. We're gonna also add the cilantro and some salt. And just a little more MSG, sesame oil, and a little bit of soy sauce. I am eyeballing this because I grew up with this dish and I've seen my parents do it multiple times. But I think for you to start, probably your best bet is to follow the recipe that I give you, which is in the description below. Bring a pot of water to boil, and now let's add the wontons. You can add however many you want, this is for 1 serving that I'm making, so I think 7 is a good number. And let it cook. Now it's done cooking. We're gonna turn off the heat. I'm going to move the soup base that I prepared closer to the pot. And next up, I'm going to grab a spoonful of the dumpling water. Add it to the soup. Now I wish you were here because this is super fragrant right now and I can't wait to try the dumplings. While every ingredient has been covered in the soup, you can start adding your dumpling to the soup. Super easy, huh? And that's it. This is a very simple recipe, and I want to say that the wontons also freeze super well. You just stick them in the freezer for an hour or 2 hours until the edges are all firm. You want to make sure they're all firm because you want to bag them in a big bag for later uses. And some people who love chili oil like to drizzle chili oil on top. I like it as is, but it's totally optional, and the fillings are optional too. There are various different kinds of fillings as well that you are free to experiment. And that's it for today. And let me know what you think. If you cook this dish, please don't forget to tag us at Pao Arts Center and me, and let me know if you like it. And also let me know what other dishes you like me to cook. And I'll see you next time.